So, in any group situation, especially professional situation, effective communication is going to be absolutely key to ensuring that the job gets done effectively and efficiently. When working in a group to develop curriculum or really any other professional setting, the best practices really fall along the lines of listening, being empathetic, and leaving ego at the door. So, listening is absolutely the number one key to really build upon what other people are talking about, what your colleagues are talking about. You have to have listened to what they have said already. Otherwise, you're just adding your own thing in there and it may not fit. And that's not effective. That's not the best way to go about working in a group setting. Leaving your ego at the door, it's really important to understand that everybody else has their own perspective as well, and that other people do have good ideas, and that you may not, as good as your idea was, it may not be the best or most effective idea that's being laid out there. And understanding that there is a time to fight and, for what you truly believe. And there's a time to step back and say, you know what? This other person, this is a better idea. Another good practice when working with group members is being empathetic and understanding that everyone has their own different perspective, and you may not completely understand the perspective, but being able to understand where that person is coming from, putting yourself in their shoes for a moment, and understanding that their perspective is not necessarily incorrect just because it's different from your own. Effective communication can be really difficult in higher education because there's a lot of ego involved. Everyone's professional. Everyone's gone to school. Everyone's put in the time. Everyone has the degrees. But understanding, again, that perspective is key. And experiences are key to layering a good idea. Everyone has their own unique experiences, and being able to add these together to create a cohesive unit and a cohesive plan, and being able to develop something using everyone's different perspective. At the end of the day, in higher education, everyone's here to help teach the students, keeping that in mind, that we all have the end goal, and that it's not about us. It's not about our ideas. It's not about shoehorning everything that I want to see into the lesson or the project. When a disagreement does occur, and a disagreement will occur, again, empathy, making sure that you're putting yourself in the other person's position, and avoiding things like at least. Well, at least you didn't whatever. That's not empathetic. An example of empathy would be, I can understand why that is difficult, or I can understand how you feel about this situation, and not trying to one up them or not trying to minimize what they're going through or what they feel. And the other thing is, again, just going back to listening, being able to identify the shiny thing, which is an improv principle, being able to understand and identify exactly what is being talked about in the moment, and not just adding your own thing on there. Being able to take a step back is another key. Being able to say, look, this isn't going exactly the way we want, because maybe you guys aren't talking about the same thing. If the shiny thing in the conversation is not the thing being discussed, then disagreements are more likely to happen, because you guys aren't talking about the same issue anymore. You guys are talking about your own perspectives, and your own biases are creeping in. Make sure you stay on topic and talk about the thing that is being spoken of. It's really easy to get off topic and get onto a tangent. So that is effective